go to my computer, and I hadn't quite planned this when I was coming on here. Okay, so I'm gonna chat for a couple minutes while I'm waiting for people to come on. Let me see. Go to my channel so I can see it live, and then I can see the comments and such on the computer. Yes. Excellent. Okie dokie. How is everybody? I know this is a personal thing, me doing my journaling. I have been reading Neville Goddard. Anybody familiar with Neville Goddard? Somebody bought me the book. So I am reading the book. I've been listening to him on YouTube. So it's been an interesting translation from listening to reading and interpreting it in a different way now, in a deeper level. So many people, we talk about manifesting, we talk about creating a reality, and then, I don't know about y'all, but all of the positive affirmations and all that stuff rarely did squat. Now, I know Abraham Hicks, if anybody's familiar with the law of attraction, would say a belief is just a thought you keep thinking. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So that would lead me to believe that if I think it long enough and hard enough, that it will change the belief. I attempted that. Yes, I did. And what I discovered was that it really didn't work that way for me. Maybe I didn't do it right. I don't know. I suppose it works for somebody because it's out there. And what I know is if I'm not changing the consciousness and the subconsciousness, then hello, hi, then it's not effective in my life. So how do I change the subconscious? Because it takes direction from the consciousness. And the consciousness is what's been programmed for lifetimes. That's where our generational, our ancestral stuff comes in. I am okay. Thank you. So, learning how to reprogram the subconscious, let it work for us. Still learning this. It's been an adventure. And I was reading the book today, and he's talking about when you go to sleep, you go to sleep with the program or the thoughts of how you choose to be tomorrow. How would I say that? So if I'm going to sleep, I was sharing this with someone earlier. If I'm going to sleep and I'm ruminating about my day, and I'm replaying my day, the way that it went, however it was, then tomorrow I'm going to create the same thing. Because I'm giving the subconscious instruction from what I'm thinking about as I'm going to sleep. If I want to wake up tomorrow and have different creations, I must think something different. It's that line in between where the subconscious is really suggestive, is the word I want. So I'm making suggestions to implant into the subconscious. So while I'm sleeping, it's working on that instead of what I've been ruminating over today. Makes it more fun. It's been I have not been consistent at it. I can tell you that. I've not been consistent at doing that. So I haven't seen a lot of the results yet. He also talks about the evidence comes after. The evidence is not proof that I've been doing it. I must have been doing it to get the evidence. So I had it backwards. Because I'm always looking for the evidence to prove to me that I'm doing something right or that I'm worthy of it, or I've earned it, or I've whatever. That's not how it works. The signs for me come after, not before. So it's an interesting concept. And I'm practicing. I've been practicing this for a while. So coming on here today to share with you all that, and still feeling some lightness in the energy right now. Coming into the new moon, hearing some things about the energies are shifting, the planets are shifting. Also on the 21st, there's some, A1s, I can't remember now what it's called. But it's going to be in our atmosphere where we can see it for the next few weeks, and it hasn't happened in 15,000 years. So that's super exciting. So paying attention to what's showing up and what you're feeling, and instead of attempting to feel, how do I say that? Instead of trying to make myself feel some other way, allowing myself to feel what I feel, and then moving through that. It's not comfortable. I don't really like it. I want to feel how I feel. Hi, Mel. Hi, Mel. You have some things to take care of, I think, for these people here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's been a long road of coming to this place where I'm not trying to prove to you that I'm valuable or worthy, or audition for you so you will purchase something from me, proving my value and my worth. Because it's been a whole lifetime of much of my life, people pleasing. So undoing that. Anybody else people pleasing? People pleaser? Enabler? Codependent? All those little words that we like to use. And then we change the rules. And then it's a little uncomfortable. People don't really like that. They like being able to use and abuse and siphon energy from us. And I allowed it for a long, long time. So that's all been different. I was realizing recently there was something. I was watching, my husband has been really, really busy with his business, and there was a belief that came up. There was a belief that came up about, it'll happen for you. It's a long, long standing belief. It'll happen for you, but it won't happen for me, because underneath all that, I'm not worthy of that. You know, it sounds so ridiculous when I say it out loud. It's like, oh, this is just so silly. And very real thing for me. So now it's unpacking and undoing all those things that have driven my life. And so very interested in reprogramming and having the subconscious work in my favor instead of constantly feeling like I'm swimming upstream. Yeah. Question. Anybody have any questions about that? About what I'm talking about. Not this bullshit you're putting on this thing over there. Let me see. Thank you. Crazy how that happens. Didn't like being called out. Oh my goodness. Delete all their messages. Great. Excellent. All right. I am... What else is there? Is there anything else for me to say here? It's always interesting when I feel like there's not a big something, some emotional turmoil going on. Oh gosh. A lot of my life was, if there wasn't something going on, it didn't feel safe to feel peace. That wasn't safe. To be peaceful and quiet was not safe. So I would manufacture something. Now, I don't do that so much today, but I was reflecting back. And so when today I'm like, there's not a lot for me to say. I go looking. Let me see if I can find something to talk about. I don't need to do that. I can just be present, right? Just for all of us to practice, just being present. I don't have to fill the space with a lot of words, but I did come in here and share, so. All right, lovelies. Let me see, anything else, Spirit, for me to talk about, share? All right, well, thank you for that. I'll be back in here tomorrow. I'm going to create something for the normal thing I do on Saturday, and then I'll do this later on in the day, the personal thing, the daily journal. So I'll come in and do some teaching in the morning, and I'll create an event for that. So see you here tomorrow. Have a fabulous evening. Thank you for the hearts.